All right, y'all. It's Sunday. We had all these big plans for yesterday. None of it worked.
Oh, we got airlines on.
Yeah, we did. We did get some gauges.
Half of it worked.
So, want to shoot y'all something this week. It ain't gonna be like a dedicated project because we got a bunch going on. Got the customer's truck. Let me turn this around and show it to you. This is a 2018 Crew Cab Chevrolet that's lowered on factory 20s, and it is a 4x4. Yeah. So I don't know how much the front's lowered. It's got upper lower control arms. I believe they're IHC, but the rear has got a flip kit and a shackle, and this thing was sitting on the notch. We put him a big step notch in it. We were going to do the 2-piece drive shaft swap, which is laying right there. We were going to do it and put a block on it, 2-inch block. But I didn't know the truck was four-wheel drive. So he brought me some parts, and then after it got here, realized it was four-wheel drive, and that wasn't going to work. So we're going to leave it just like this. We've already had the bed on it. We still have decent clearance on the drive shaft. It looks really tight up on that the one up under the cab, but we put the bed on, stood on the bumper, still had plenty of clearance, so he should be good there. I may notch the rear one. It's probably going to need it. But the truck is no lower than it was. It's just got axle clearance now because, like I say, it was sitting on the frame. And it had been sitting on it so long the frame was cracked right above the rear end. So he should be happy with the ride quality anyway. It should ride a lot better. But we done a reckless notch. Customer supplied this. Crossbars, 8510 shocks with the reckless rear shock relocation kit. And I was messing with all this. And I moved the brake lines over here for clearance. And when I did, it started pouring brake fluid. And the customer said he had been having to add brake fluid. He couldn't figure out why. And apparently whenever they lowered this truck and they cut the factory bump stop off, somebody nicked it with a cutoff wheel, just barely. And it's anytime you master the brakes, fluid runs out. But the rear has got separate brake lines for each side. So he was only losing fluid on one wheel, so the brakes still work pretty good. He just couldn't figure out where it was leaking from. So we figured that out. I went yesterday and got a union. Me and Dan's going to cut this line, bend it, try to put it back together, see if we can fix this leak. And we tubbed the bed. We done this yesterday. He brought some reckless wheel tubs. These were the extra wide ones. We actually cut 7 inches off, which is that piece right there. And they were still, we made them as wide as we could. They come all the way over to the side of the notch. And they look pretty good. I like the dimpled eye. I like the way they do it. We seam sealed these with 3M beige seam seal. Let that dry overnight. Me and Dan just painted these so they're still sticky. And this is ready to go back on once we fix the brake line. So, like I say, once we get the bed back on, put the bed bolts in, plug tail lights in, gas door, this baby's ready to go home. Our original plan for this weekend was to work on this, KayKays bed, put Dan's motor down in there, your camera retainer plate. Did not show up. It got sent to the wrong address.
Supposed to be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So maybe, hopefully next weekend.
Or tomorrow. No.
I don't know. It depends on what time I get off.
Yeah. So we're gonna put this off a little bit longer. Let's see, what else did we do yesterday? Oh, got me some WeatherTech floor mats for my new truck because there ain't no floor mats in it. Thanks, Dawson. What else did we do? Oh, we went on a road trip yesterday.
Always got to buy toys.
We bought another project. Like we needed another one. We just sold 2, and now we got another one. So, if y'all remember Chris Smith, that's the blue extended cab S10 that we just bagged a couple months ago. The one with the bigger ag top, and the one I cut through the bedside on both sides. That one. We went to his house a while back. Actually, when I was working on that truck, he had a 50. Remember what your model was? Like a 52, 53 Chevrolet pickup, and I've been looking for one of those. I really want to build one. I actually have it's behind Dan over there. There's a long bed S10 to use the frame out from under to build one of those. I just haven't found the right one yet. And we went over and looked at it. It was really rough. But in his yard, he had this S10. We talked to him a little bit about it then. He gave me a price. I got it for $1,000 cheaper yesterday. So this is 86 S10. Pretty clean little truck. It's got just factory bench seat in it. Vinyl floor truck, manual window truck. But it's got a really nice V8 swap with Holly Sniper fuel injection. The only thing wrong with it is the alternator's not charging. So I got that unplugged. Looks a little burnt. We're going to dig into that here in a little while. And while it was running yesterday, he hadn't drove his truck in like a year. The alternator quit charging. He got tired. Pushed it out of the way. This header blowed 2 holes in it when we cranked it up. I can stick my finger in the exhaust right there. So we got to pull this header off and either replace it or try to weld that up. Don't mind the header gasket or the header leak. But check this out. Have nothing. Didn't even get it on a trailer for the header blown out. So, in case you're wondering why we wanted this, I'm gonna blame it on Bubby. Y'all saw Bubby on the channel a couple times. Bubby likes to go do the drive and drag events with his wagon, and I kind of want to do it. Sick Week looks like it would be a blast. So, my goal is to turn this into a truck I can do Sick Weekend next year, because it's only in a couple weeks, and I don't know enough about it or have time to fix it yet. Next year. My goal is that one. And that one for Sick Week next year.
Hell yeah.
So KayKays can drive her Blazer. We'll finish the LS swap. I want to do some drag package on this. I did not buy it with the wheels. He wanted the wheels back, or he told me I could buy them for $500, but I'd rather put that towards some skinnies and fats. Put me some 275 60s on the back, some radials with some 10 wides, about 4s in the front, 17x4s. Get the suspension dialed in. All right, we've been rambling for 7 minutes. Let's go do something. We're gonna get this bed back on this thing after we fix this brake line, and we'll show you in just a minute. All right, y'all, so we got this truck done. Got the wheel tubs in it. Got the bed back on, bolted on. Turned out pretty good. It's cold out here. We couldn't hardly get the paint to stick. But like I said, I like the way these tubs turn out. And I'm hoping the customer goes and gets this thing bed liner, make it look good. But that job is done. Customer's on the way. Now we're about to start swapping some wheels around. I don't really have enough room to pull both of them in, so we're gonna put this one on the lift, pull the rear wheels off, and put the black ones back on. A couple lug nuts, roll it out, and then we're gonna pull the red square body in, pull all the wheels off it, and put the new wheels on it. And then we'll pull this one back in and put the new wheels on it. So, should be pretty simple, but just a lot of moving. I could make room, but it's a lot easier to do it on the lift, so. Alright, so let me get it out here where you can get it prepared. They're kind of the same, but different. Okay, they're not anything, I mean, they're kind of the same.
Yeah, just a little.
But this is a 10.5 inch wide wheel. So, let me get this out that way. You can see right here, we got a little bit of width difference, not much, but I'm hoping the offset on these is going to be enough to work on her truck. If not, I guess we'll go back to the black wheels, but we're going to stick these on and make sure they fit this truck. We'll go from there. Let's see. Like so. I think it'll fit just fine.
Ooh, KK done lost her wheels.
Yep.
Just that fast.
Debo. Sorry, I bought you a Christmas present that didn't work.
Brandon said his Christmas present to him.
Yeah. I gotta get a center cap too. The guy I bought these back wheels from, he had managed to drop it, or somehow when he was loading the 2 wheels in the back of the truck, it got dropped and broke the center cap. So I gotta buy 1 center cap, but it's no big deal. Yeah, I think that's gonna fit just fine.
You said them 10.5s, right?
Yeah, 10.5.
But if anybody's got some 22 by 9.5, 9,
Yeah, we might work
we will
out.
work out a trade.
I hope that the guy I bought these from, when he gets his truck back, we're gonna take these and put on the back of his truck and see if they'll fit. He don't know why the shop that was working on it put the skinnier wheels on the back. So we're gonna. There's still a possibility that this style wheel could end up on KK's truck.
Yeah. And don't mind, I'm gonna cover Pearl up in the back. Nah.
Oh, Pearl. She's gonna have a new heartbeat. All right, we're gonna get these thrown on and we'll show you what they look like. 20s on the front, 20 by 8.5, 245/40. Rear, 22 by 10.5 with a 295/30, I believe. Let me see if I can find it again. Yep, 295/30, 22. Ooh, yeah. It looks almost the exact same to me. You can definitely tell the back wheel's bigger. KK gonna be mad. They took like so much on this truck. I hope these work on her truck. They're pretty good ways in there. Shoo-wee. I'm gonna be honest, I really hope that we can get these rear wheels swapped out for the 9.5s that Sean has, so that I can put those wheels on her truck, because I bought them for her. But if it don't work out, it don't work out. We'll get her something that'll work. So we're about to put these wheels now. Look at her, got her out here working too. Get it, girl, get it. Take them wheels off. There's more than 2 lug nuts on this. We didn't take the front ones off. You gotta do all 5. You gotta use the adapter.
Oh God. I'm struggling.
Struggle bus.
Get the camera off of me so I can do it.
Gotta do that. Come on. Dan's rounding us up help to put the bed back on. We got one on already. It's gonna be a miracle if it tucks too. Not really feeling it.
I kind of like them. I think you'd be a
think
bigger fan if you clean them up.
I think it's the black lug nuts. All right, back it out. Remember how to do that? It's been so long since you drove it. Definitely got to have a smaller tire. All right, so we got the gauges hooked up last night. Showed y'all, but Dan and Dawson come in, just cut each line back here and put these little Thorbeck fittings in, so they can run all the lines together. Run it with everything. Pop the hole in the floor. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Got my crew here. We're about to stick this bed back on and see if these wheels work. If not, we're gonna pull it back in and put the back wheels back on. Front tires are taller than what was on it, so they're hitting the fenders. So it's not laying completely out, but I think it will once we trim the fenders. As long as what?
Matthew 187, 187 likes it will be fine.
Yeah. All right, let's put this thing on.
You probably let it go.
And KK, just quit your job like that then.
About to find out. No.
Oh, we missed our hands or something like that.
I don't think we're in back there. Are we? See, it's got to be something on this side, because I can't move forward anymore.
I think we got to go on back some.
Hang on, that does not sound like a VC.
KK changed her mind a little bit.
Trust me, I'll flare that bed. I don't care.
Screw that bed. We're not using that bed.
Alright, so come here, KK. Give us your thoughts. You gotta give the camera your thoughts.
Yeah, KK.
I like it.
It needs a shorter tire on the front. Kind of like the big tire on the back.
Uh-huh.
I think if it had chrome lug nuts, it'd look a lot better too. It looks like just a wheel stud sticking out with a black lug nut.
It'll be the first ever bag truck with a set of torque thrust on
Definitely not. Alright, we're gonna put some bed bolts in where KK can drive her truck again. She hadn't driven it in like a month. She's having withdrawals. She's been fussing at me for a month.
Gotta drag it though.
You know, you're cutting the front tire to all two pieces. Yeah, I mean, you can tear the bed up.
Well, to say the back bed, we're not using that anyways. Drag it to death.
Hey, when my green truck back in the day got rear-ended, I tried to tear the roll pan off the back end before I took the bed off. Couldn't do it. I drug that thing out all through weight draws.
Must have welded it in good.
Yeah. I don't know about good. It was just welded. That was back in the young days. We thought we knew how to weld. We still don't know how to weld. Alright, there you go. Show everybody. Go show them the other side of the wrap.
Okay. This side looks better. Yep.
What was you going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say the other side looks better.
The other side looks better?
Yep.
Let's take a moment to look at this V8 swap S10 again.
Let's bust this thing off one time.
Ta-da. Go ahead. I bet it cranks right up. I bet it cranks faster than that Ranger over there.
Probably so. That thing's dead. I just tried to crank it.
He didn't even argue. Look at him. He just walked off. He was like, oh, that ain't no fair. So, next dilemma has a resin. This is a gas door. It was in KK's bed. This broke off of this, so us in our infinite wisdom welded it back together. Now the cap doesn't come off.
Gotta love it.
It was Dan's idea.
It would have worked if you'd have took this end out.
It's always my fault. It's your fault.
I'm blaming both of y'all.
It's your fault.
I'm tell you what happened. We done this so she couldn't drive hers before I drove mine again.
I guess.
No, we didn't.
All right, we're gonna try to keep grinding on this till we get it apart, so we can weld it again. What do you got? Fruit by the foot?
You want some?
No, I'm on a diet.
Oh yeah. Too bad.
All right, so I got all this cut apart. I've welded this to this because the welds had broke, the factory welds. But I had the cap still screwed in, so instead of welding it to this, I welded it to this. So then the cap wouldn't come out. So now I'm gonna leave the cap out and weld this together. And voila.
The half of it is soft and half of
I like it a lot better now that it's back together. Tire rub already. She's gonna get it figured out though. I really hope that we can get those Riddlers on here. But these, I like them better now that the truck's back together. Yeah? Alright, so she's gonna go test drive that. Let's to the gas station, put some gas in it. And might drive this to go eat tonight while she drives that. We can put some new miles on our new shinies. Well, mine's shiny. Hers are dull. Sorry, boo. Alright, it's getting late in the day. Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, whatever. What you think? You ride good?
Oh, yeah.
She stole my jacket, by the way. So I'm out here freezing because she got my
You
coat jacket.
loud.
It's actually pretty nice today. So next, I got a couple of little projects I need to do before I go to work in the morning. And let me get this. So I got my new dolly in. I got me some old man steps on it this week. Mainly because it's got leather seats in it, and I don't want to tear the seat up jumping up and in there because I'm only 5'6", and I'm fixing to put this level kit on it, which is in the floor right here. I got a rough country 3.5-inch level with good shocks and all that stuff. Dawson got picked up for me because he's a dealer, and yeah, I'm gonna throw that on later. I need a fender light. I got to order one of those. That doesn't work, but let me show you what we got to do real quick. So I've got this fuel tank in the back. We haul fuel to tractors every day at work, and the power wire, which I can't reach, is right there. It has to hook straight to the battery, and I've been just running it down the side of the truck, putting it over the mirror, hooking it to the battery, which is really annoying. I want to wire it up, so all I got to do is flip the switch on, obviously. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to run the wire under the truck, and also I need to rotate these front tires. They were chopped when I bought this truck. And I'm going to rotate them side to side and just see if we can get some of that chop out. And when I do the level kit, I really want to do 35s, but these tires are, the 4 rear ones are literally brand new. And these still got a lot of tread. They're just chopping, so I'm hoping by swapping sides, they don't chop too bad and I don't have to buy 2 tires. All right, we got to stack these up in the corner somewhere. Okay. So they don't get knocked over and skin up. All right, let's get busy. Tell them, say things you shouldn't do with your lift, but you do anyway. Yeah. She doing it, though. Maybe I don't total out my new truck. All right, so I got my power wire run up. I had it snaked up. There's so much junk under the hood of these trucks. I got it snaked up, zip tied up. I got to cut my zip tie still. But I got it run around. There's a battery connection right here. It's got a little 10mm stud sticking up. Put ring terminal on that for the pump. Just grounded the other side to the battery cable, and that's it. It's that simple. I had to take this brace out so I could get everything apart. I'm gonna stick that back in. Just a couple 13mm bolts, and that part of it's done. I already got this tire pulled off. I've done that so I can snake the wires up through it. Pull the other tire off. I'm gonna rotate those, and then when I get that done, I'm gonna vacuum out the inside. And I got those WeatherTech floor mats talked about earlier. I'm gonna get those thrown in, but I'm not gonna put them in on top of the dirt, so I gotta clean it up first. And I got a bunch of stuff from Harbor Freight in the back seat that I need to clean out. And by that time, it's gonna be dark and supper time. So, all right, let me get all this put back together. All right, done got dark on me and cold, but I got my WeatherTechs in at passenger side here. I got my truck vacuumed out real good, and then put them in. I didn't want to put them on top of the dirt. The rear ones here are super nice. They just gonna have to be used a little bit to get them to contour perfect, but they do contour really good, and they go all the way under the seat. So it's just a factory one. I haven't took it out yet, but we're not sponsored by WeatherTech by no means. And them sun guns is expensive, but my boy Dawson is a dealer for WeatherTech through the dealership and for that rough country lift that I got. So got the driver's side. When it snaps in, your factory floor mats lock in, so that's pretty nice. I'm waiting on the junkyard to get one of these trucks in so I can get a seat out. Whoever had this truck before me worked out of it, and they had apparently got in there with stuff in their back pocket a lot, or their wallet stuck out and had metal on it or something. I don't know, but I need a seat. But it don't bother me too bad. I can't see it with my butt sitting in it. So all in all, though, still happy with my truck. The heated and cooled seats have been very nice the last couple weeks. Also, this video is kind of thrown together. Ain't really a whole lot going on this week. There's a lot going on, but nothing that I just want to like dedicate a video to show you, because we were bouncing here and there and there and there and there, and I was gonna film Dan's truck, get the motor put back in it, and parts didn't show up. KayKays truck, I wanted to show swapping the wheels, but I couldn't. There wasn't enough to it to dedicate a whole video to it. Some channels I've seen can dedicate an entire video just to swapping wheels. Credit to them, because I can't. It's not that exciting to me. Swapping wheels, that's nothing I can make a 20-minute video on. But I will show y'all a couple tools. I blame a lot of these on Crawford, because he shows these on Virginia's for Lowriders, and I didn't really realize I needed them as bad as I did until he showed what they do and how well they work. And I've been buying like a shit ton of tools here lately. Show you a couple things I bought, and I've got to clean up in here. It's like destroyed, but I bought me a new tool. It looks blue on film, but Harbor Freight has got this new purple, well, not super new, this purple roll cart. I've had this white one for several years. It's held up perfect. Like, I could not ask for better. For 200 and I think it was like $260 when I bought that one, and I've had it for, like I say, years, and I've beat on it. I use it every day, zero trouble. So when they were doing Black Friday sale, they had this. It was on sale for $180. The only difference between the new ones and the old ones, my old one has a like a tray on the side. This one, the new ones don't come with that. I'm thinking actually about buying a cabinet to hang off the side, but I like this better. I've got two big toolboxes in here, but when you're out here working, you don't want to be walking back and two to get tools. So the stuff that I use the most, I put in my roll cart, and that way it's all right there. Like, I can lower an entire truck with what's in this cart, and pretty much do anything I need to do out of this cart. Sockets, screwdrivers, extensions, drills, drill bits, air tires up. I can do everything I need to do out of this tool cart. But a lot of these tools, man, they're old, about wore out, because they come from Harbor Freight, so they're cheap to start with. Missing. Anyway, I'm gonna transfer a lot of these tools from this cart to my new purple one. But I bought some new stuff. Like, I bought a set of screwdrivers, because I've got a bunch of mixed match ones over there on that one. So I want to put just like screwdrivers on one side. And you know, I don't need 400 screwdrivers. So I bought a set of those. I bought some new wire strippers. I usually use the cutters to strip wire. New Allen head wrenches, like stuff like that are just about shot over there. And I bought some of these magnetic trays, metric and standard, for my sockets, because what I've got works. It's worked, but stuff gets thrown on top of this tool cart all the time. And like, these are the little peg ones, and like you see, my pegs are broke, and the sockets just kind of fall. Like, that one's just laying there. So I bought one of these 1/4-inch drive ones the other day, because my 1/4-inch drive, all of them was broke, and it was just a disaster. So I bought this. I really like it. Well, they're not supposed to fall out when you shake it, but they did. Anyway, so I'll fix those up in a minute. So I got 2 more 3/8, one for standard, one for metric, 2 more of those trays. This one, I'm going to keep going with it, because it's actually held up really well. So I'm going to leave this one alone. But let's see, what else have I bought? KK got me a new jump box for Christmas, because this one was shot. And I bought a new rubber mallet. I let the lift down on my other one the other day, so I had to get one of those. And everybody needs one of those little bit sets with all the little random bits and stuff. Harbor Freight used to have a red case one, and about half the bits are going out of it. These things are like $8, so I just bought a new one of those to put in the new box. I've got an overhead crane there that I plan on hanging from the ceiling. I'm going to put it out here, either in that bay or this bay, from the roof to take beds off with. We use the cherry picker a lot, but it takes up a lot of space, and I'm still going to keep it around. Like, we'll put it outside, but it looks like it's going to be a lot more convenient for me to have a crane there. I can just back the truck in, put the dolly on it, pick it straight up, drive the truck out from under it. Bed's just chilling there. And then if I need to move the bed, all I got to do is get the cherry picker. So I want to get that. And then next, I talked to Crawford about his. Swag Off-Road sells this. I've had a portaband for years, and I don't really use it that much. It just stays in a case on the shelf. And I seen that Crawford had one of these. I messaged him, asked him about if he liked it and all. He said he uses it more than he uses his grinder. So I picked one of these up. I think it was like 160 or 170 bucks, something like that. And then I got the foot control to go with it. Excuse my mess. I'm telling you, it's destroyed still from last weekend. I had the flu this week, so I haven't been out here at all to clean up. But this is an interrupter switch you get with it. You just step on it, turn it on. As soon as you take your foot off, cuts it off. All it does is interrupt current. This is the saw plug. This goes to the pedal. That was a $30 add-on. I would suggest buying that. And this thing just chews through metal quick, like super fast. I should have bought one of these things years ago. I've used it a whole bunch here lately, and that was a great tool. Also, I bought one of these. This is a surface reconditioning tool, is what it's listed as. It's for stripping metal, strip rust off. It comes with 3 different wheels. I've got those hidden here. Okay, well, I had them hidden there. So they're down here at the bottom. You got a 40 grit, I think an 80 grit and a 120 grit. They come with it. This was on sale this weekend. I bought it last week though. It was still on sale. I give it like $100 for it. They're normally like 160. And we cleaned some fender wells up with it this week. The tubs I put in the bed earlier in the video, they were rusty. When the customer brought them, I guess they got wet. And Dylan took this thing and cleaned that whole gigantic wheel tub in about 2 minutes with it. It would have took us 15, 20 minutes to do them with the grinder. So that was money well spent also. And I bought me some earmuffs because that air chisel has been making me deaf. All right, another one of these tools that I have bought lately is a marketplace find. It is a shear. It's got a shear down here at the bottom. It's got a brake and a slip roller at the top. I bought this from one of my buddies. He had bought it and used to fix his shop, some of the metal on the side of his shop after the hurricane, and he didn't have no use for it after that. So I gave him like $400 for it, but I have quickly realized that it is not going to do what I need it to do because it'll only shear 20 gauge metal, and a lot of the stuff I work with is 18, 16, so it didn't really do what I want to do. But I need to get it inside the shop because it's starting to rust out here, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep that around or not. I may just turn around and sell it and recoup some of my money. I don't know, but I really wanted it for the slip roll part and the shear part. Well, all 3 parts, honestly, have their place. But like I say, it just didn't do. I played with it a little bit. It didn't do what I wanted to do, but oh well, you live and learn. And another one of these tools that I blame Crawford for, but not really. I've been wanting one for a long time. This Evolution chop saw. I got an old Harbor Freight chop saw over there that works good, but it just throws sparks. And I've been wanting one of these cold cut ones for a while. Bit the bullet on it. I think this thing was $300, something like that. Man, it just chews through metal. So I got that, and I got a table here that Brandon brought me. I'm gonna try to modify the table to make this thing recess down in it where the top of the table is flush with the top deck of this, and I want to put wheels on that where I can roll it around. And then I've got some of those rollers. I don't know if you can tell right there. There's a roller where you can put, like if you got a long stick of tubing, you can put it on it, and it makes it easier chopping tubing up. So yeah, looks like I've been buying some tools here and there, and just show you all a few of them. All right, I know, wasn't a super exciting video. I'm sorry. I'm still sniffling. I need to clean up. Probably gonna do that tomorrow. I've got a C10 coming to lower. It's supposed to come tomorrow, but the guy said he didn't know 100% if he was gonna be able to make it. So if not, I'm gonna work on KayKays' bed. I got everything else out, unless Dan shows up. And gets his parts in tomorrow. We may work on getting his motor together enough to go in. But I've got the side panels cut for KayKays' truck. Ignore that. I've got to build the little fender wells to go in there. Once I get those built and the sides built for it, I'm gonna pull them out, get the Sharpie out, try to figure out some kind of bead roll design that looks cool, and see if we can get that designed out, laid out, make it flow good, and get all that bead rolled so I can start welding that in, because mini nats is going to be here before I know it, and I still got a lot to do. So another reason I bought this is in case I want to strip this bed down to complete metal. That should make easy work of it. I ordered me a couple extra wheels and get after it, because this bed doesn't look like it's had any paint work done to it ever. So I'm not going to expect to find a bunch of body filler on it, so which is a good thing. Also, the parts truck out there that we got with the front end, it's got good doors and good fenders on it, and that truck's never been painted. So I don't expect to find a bunch of body filler in that one either. So and also, we're gonna shave these stake pockets on this truck. Me and Dan's been talking about a cool little idea. We saw it on a truck one time. I've only ever saw one like it, and I thought it was like one of the coolest things I'd ever seen. So I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna show you, because I want to do it to her truck, and I really wish I could find a picture of it so I could remember exactly how it was done, but it was super cool. So what else do I want to say today? I think that's it. I appreciate y'all watching. Sorry if I bored y'all to death today. We did make some progress this weekend, and hopefully the next video will be better. Appreciate y'all watching.